Well, we're back, everybody. White Lotus, which I always thought was going to be a limited series when that first came out, got a second season, some recurring characters, so I guess it's all set in the same universe. That's kind of fun and exciting. More White Lotus. The White Lotus is back. This time around, we had a little bit of a bigger budget because it was really good. We have a little bit more episodes because it's really good. And we're in Sicily. So first time around, we were over there in Hawaii doing something fun and magical. Of course, you're doing something based on a resort, you go to Hawaii, what's the next step? Italy. Makes sense. Like, I don't have any problem with that. I mean, I can't tell you what I would do for the next season because there is a third season. I think the rumors are like it's going to be in like Asia and deal with more like the mysticism and like spirituality side of this world, which is kind of fun. But yeah, more White Lotus. I'll take it forever and ever. Because you know what? This reminds me of a classic era of television that we don't see much anymore, where everybody is just theorizing and talking about what they're going to see coming up. It's a water cooler show. We don't get those anymore because everything is just binge, binge, binge. But when you have a weekly release like this that people are genuinely interested in, with actors that people like, can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. And that's what the show did. It's fun. Now, I'd have to really sit down and think about if I prefer this over the first season. I like elements of both. That first season was just like this sprawl of dark humor that you didn't really see coming and just provoked you in a way that was almost unheard of when you're doing this kind of show. This season, it tackles new themes, but doesn't, I would say, stray away from the unknown. It's still, actually, I don't know if I would say it's as dark humor as the first season. It gets to some really dark areas, but it never really crosses that line of just like, look how depressive and insane this is. It is fascinating, and it looks gorgeous. Like, there's an amazing use of just like B-roll and exterior footage in this show, just drone shots over the beautiful country. Like, that's gorgeous. Like, that is what you should do with your money. If you're going to make a show like this at a resort and you're in Italy, show us the country, show us Sicily, show us some beautiful stuff. And it looked gorgeous. The mountainsides, the rocky plains, everything was just spectacular and beautiful. Walking through the streets was beautiful. Everything looked great. The costuming and production design, immaculate. It all looked really well and fun. Now, I will say, there were a couple of moments this season that definitely felt extended. I'm not going to say we should have cut out any of the storylines, because I think they all play a cohesive narrative structure of to what that is. So, if you were to look at it like this way, the first season was kind of this idea about power struggle, but like the rich and the poor. Like, Daddario married into a wealthy family, the family on vacation, the friend of Sydney Sweeney was not as well off as the rest of the family. It was kind of like that capitalistic power struggle thing. This season is kind of about like how to maintain loyalty in a relationship, and I'm like, that's kind of fun. What does it mean to be in love, to have that connection, all that stuff? Because that's kind of like the main theme through all of the stories. They're, of course, interconnecting and all that kind of stuff. But it's a very fun story to see. So, the first main one, again, the returning character is Jennifer Coolidge, who is Tanya. She was in the first season, the only main character to return this season. And her story is just she married the guy she met the last season. How's that relationship going? I don't want to get into it. Maybe my favorite performance of the year. I'd really have to sit down and think about that. But I'm always amazed by Jennifer Coolidge. The way she's willing to commit to a bit, commit to playing a certain type of role, it's unheard of. Like, she is so willing to do that kind of performance that you have to respect her and admire her every step of the way. Not every person of her age bracket, of her demographic, would be willing to play that role so convincingly, but she embodies it like no other. I am obsessed with this woman. I would watch her do anything. I will watch her do anything. Get her as Granny Goodness. Get her as a big role. Give me more Jennifer Coolidge. I hope she wins plethora of awards this season because it's fantastic. She has a new assistant in Haley Lou Richardson. Yeah, that's her name. Character, I understand the plot they're going for. She kind of bounces off a couple of these two main leads. And it's kind of just like, how is she going to find love in this world? She says she wants like a bad boy, but what does a bad boy really entitle? What's the difference between a bad boy and a nice guy? And that nice guy storyline, oh man. So there is this family on vacation. Alfie is the youngest. He's there with his grandfather and his father. the father did some bad stuff in relationship with his mother, blames the grandfather for a bad upbringing. Just these two old men who see sexuality and relationships as things they can play with. Well, the kid does not want to become his, like the previous generation. So he says he's a nice guy. What does that ensue? Weird stuff. And look, there is a really good downfall of like how that character behaves, where he learns the lesson of what it means to be himself and trying to save anybody and not be his father. It almost plays off as just strange, but it's convincing. It feels honest and earnest. In a world of like the wealthy elite, it feels like this is a story that could happen every now and then. Alfie is a character I don't really like in this story just because I understand every motivation he's going for, and he learns a lesson about the world, which is kind of cool to see. But man, F. Murray Abraham, what was he do? Why is he just appearing in everything all of a sudden? The dude was in Cabinet of Curiosities, the dude was in Moon Knight, the dude isn't on Mythic Quest this season, but he's getting like a second win somewhere, just doing work he wants to, and he's so fun and charming, like a crazy old man who's so sexist and gropey. Yeah, it's good television. A creepy dude in real life and you'd probably punch him, but it's good television. So you love to see that. It's so fun. And the way that Alfie plays off of Portia, which is Haley Lou Richardson's character, they both learn a lesson about love. It's very fun, very interesting. But to me, the character I love the most is Valentina. Look, I love Murray Bartlett in the first season. I really like that he's getting a resurgence. Come on, give me some Valentina, baby. I love if like the recurring theme is like the like hotel manager, the person that runs the building, is like in love with like a person that works there, and like that's the recurring theme through every iteration. She is so good at just looking like at any second she's going to break down into fear or sadness or anger, just holding back so many emotions of a person who's never known how to express love and is being shot down at every single turn. And the desperate attempts she makes to find that love and what it leads her to do for her hotel and the people that work there. You're like, yes, this is how you break down a woman who's never understood her own sexuality or romantic intentions. It's so fun and crazy. And gosh, she's just beautiful and awesome. Everyone in the show is so goddamn sexy. Like, it's awesome. I just love watching horny television with sexy people. You know? I don't need anything else. If television was strictly this, at different hotels with sexy people falling in and out of love, getting mad at each other, ripping their shirts off to go swim in the ocean, I'm all for it, man. Theo James maybe hangs some dong. Not really, though. There is some dong in this, so yeah, it's hitting all cylinders, baby. Come on. And yeah, that's the big story, I guess, is the relationship between Theo James, Audrey Plaza, Megan Faye, and the other guy. The foursome of friends who fall in and out of love through every episode. It's fun. I know a lot of people will definitely be watching this for Audrey Plaza because look, she's the dream team. She's great. The way she is just like, I don't know what my husband wants from me. I don't know what we want to do at this vacation. These are the relationships I'm going to take and go on. It's beautiful. It's powerful. She's awesome. Megan Faye, I gotta say, if there's one performance that surprised me the most, and if there's one character that surprised me the most, it was her, because she is written as this character who is easily the victim, but doesn't view herself as that, and she's allowing herself to have fun and ruin the life of her husband and everybody in her path. Obsessed with her, just beautiful, stunning, going around ruining everybody's day while having a good time herself. Love it. I love it. The subtlety of her relationship with her husband, the subtlety of her relationship with her friends. It's awesome. It's genius. It's so cool. And yes, there is death in this season. Won't say anything else. Be on the lookout for that. But it's brilliant. The writing is sharp. The way it deals with like these romantic entanglements is very sharp and interesting. It feels like a step above the first season, which is always what you want to see, while maintaining this level of like what's going to happen next, who's going to be involved in what plot, where is this going, who's going to go down this rabbit hole, and what's going to happen there. It does it effortlessly in a beautiful Sicilian setting. Ooh, White Lotus, this show continues to impress me. Cannot wait for season 3. And if you're listening, anybody, you know, if somebody wants to help me get on that show for season 3, I would love to be the guy that runs the hotel who is desperately trying to seduce somebody that works there. Love it. I love this show. Jennifer Coolidge for president. She's the best. So The White Lotus Season 2, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Hive. I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.